somebody wants to speak, I always see them on the side and I charge everybody. Well, that's
I'd like to welcome everybody tonight to the Cheatham County Commission meeting, September 15th, 2025. We're going to open up the public forum at 6 p.m. I have 2 forms filled out. Is there anybody else that would like to speak tonight that hadn't filled out one? All right. Each speaker will have 3 minutes. First is Jeff Hobbs.
Hello. Good evening, Commissioners. Jeff, you need to go up there.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. We moved the microphone. Move it. Last time I said
Face the camera.
All right. Good evening, Commissioners. My name is Jeff Hobbs. I've been an employee of the Cheatham County School District for the past 18 years, but in 2020, I stepped into the role of Countywide Athletic Director. I took on this position as a former coach who selfishly wasn't ready to step away from athletics or close relationships that I enjoyed building with our student athletes, but I still wanted to be involved. More so, I took this position because I wanted our county coaches to feel heard, to feel valued, and to feel supported, and that's why I stand before you today, to support the people that have put their trust in me. Please understand that when I use the word coaches, I'm also talking about the men and women coaching the fine arts, not just athletics. That's band, theater, and several other activities that practices and performs outside of the typical school day. Embarrassingly, I often forget myself that this amazing group of talented individuals fall under my umbrella also, but I assure you that I'm working hard to remember that, and I sincerely thank a couple of my board members for reminding me of that. In fact, to be here tonight, I'm actually missing a weekly theater meeting for the spring fundraiser at Cheatham High that I signed up for to be a part of this year. Now let that sink in for a minute. And not the part about me being on stage and possibly embarrassing myself any further to my community, but the fact that there is a school meeting starting in September for a theater performance that's going to not happen until late spring. See, whether it's a theater performance, a band rehearsal, or 11 months of preparation for a grueling football season, it's almost impossible to quantify the number of hours, days, weeks, and months that our coaches put into the programs that they lead. But it's even more impossible to understand the sacrifices that, if you've never been in their shoes, that they go through. You can see our coaches on the field, the court, and on the stage almost every day of the week, but you rarely see the full picture of their dedication. You don't get to see or hear about the time they sacrificed away from their spouses and their children. You don't hear about the important events in their own kids' lives that they miss to be there for our kids. These individuals do far more than just teach the rules of a game or coordinate a performance. They're mentors, they're leaders, and they're counselors who commit long, unpaid hours to our children's growth when many others in these kids' lives have either clocked out for the day or they're completely absent. On your agenda tonight is a request from the school board to add money from our fund balance into our coaching supplement budget line. This request isn't to simply line their pockets with more money. The request is to give them something far more valuable than currency. It's so that they can be seen and that they can feel valued. So they feel appreciated and feel that the time that they give beyond the classroom to my son and to your sons and daughters, to your grandchildren, hasn't gone unnoticed. I want to thank each and every one of you tonight for giving me the opportunity to speak, for listening to me, and I respectfully ask that you vote yes tonight to move funds from the district's fund balance into our coaching and arts supplement budget line. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. David Reisner.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, thank you for the privilege of speaking to you tonight. I come before you tonight as Chairman of the Cheatham County School Board, and I'm here to speak on its behalf, not only because of the issue that's before you, but because we're unanimous in our position on the item that's before you tonight. Tonight, we urge you to support a raise in supplemental pay for two groups of professionals who are often and have been overlooked, yet consistently over-deliver. That's our coaches and our fine arts teachers. As Mr. Hobbs said, fine arts includes band, drama, choir, multitude of disciplines. I know when Dr. Beck first took her position as superintendent of schools, she promised you, one of the main tenets that she promised this body was to always be truthful and to always be transparent. And that's what I'm going to attempt to do tonight, to give you a little bit of background on the genesis of how this item has come before you tonight. At our annual school board retreat, which occurs in January of every year, we discussed many issues, but we started discussing things that might need to take seed, big ideas, small ideas. Hopefully this body is able to engage in the same thing because it can be very beneficial. But one of the items that came up this year was finally taking on and tackling and discussing supplements for both our coaches and our fine arts teachers. This process has taken about 9 months, realistically. Our district leadership was charged with compiling extensive data for the school board to review. They went as far as to, go boots on the ground, getting input from coaches themselves, band directors, drama teachers, choir teachers, even going to other districts and saying, hey, how do you guys put your compensation package together for your supplements? And got a lot of good information. But that process, they would bring us information as a board. That would a lot of times beget more questions. We need more information. So a lot of that rests on the Board of Education's shoulders, and we take that on that responsibility. We spent many meetings reviewing the data and unanimously approved and updated a plan at our meeting on September 11th of this year. That plan is what's before you tonight. You can see that it has a lot of parts to it. We've made good faith attempt to try to categorize and put the respective sports and fine arts programs in their respective categories. And it's based upon, probably the main tenet that it's based upon is just time spent by those respective coaches and fine arts teachers in their particular discipline. The district has not made any changes to our current supplement pay scale since 2015. That was even before my time when I started on the board in 2016. That pay scale was outdated then, and it was not really uniform across the board. Therefore, we felt this was the right time to take meaningful steps towards fair and competitive compensation for our coaches and fine arts teachers. I stand before you as a proud advocate on behalf of myself and the board and for our educators who go above and beyond the classroom. Our coaches and fine arts teachers make sacrifices for the betterment of our students every day. These individuals are not just instructors, they are mentors, motivators, and role models who shape the character, discipline, and creativity of our students in ways that traditional academics alone cannot. Every day, these educators give more than what's asked. They stay late for rehearsals, arrive early for practices, travel on weekends for competitions, spend countless hours preparing performances, games, and exhibitions that bring pride to our schools and joy to our community. Their work fosters teamwork, resilience, self-expression, and leadership, skills that last a lifetime. Yet, despite their extraordinary commitment, the supplemental pay they receive is not and has not reflected the time, energy, and emotional labor that they invest. This is just not a matter of fairness, it's a matter of sustainability. Certainly, fairness played a huge part in trying to bring parity to these different disciplines and reward them appropriately. But it's a plan that we feel as a school district is and will be sustainable and is reasonable. If we want to retain passionate, talented educators in these roles, we must compensate them accordingly. If we want our students to continue benefiting from robust athletic programs and thriving arts education, we must invest in the people who make those programs possible. Increasing supplemental pay is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It sends a clear message that we value the whole student. It affirms that we believe in the power of sports and the arts to transform lives. And it shows our educators that their sacrifices are seen, appreciated, and rewarded. Tonight, I urge you, on behalf of the Board of Education, to support this increase, not just for the sake of our teachers, but for the future of our students and the strength of our schools. This is simply not a political decision to be made tonight, but it's simply just what's in the best interest of our school district. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Sheriff, you want to call us to order?
All right. Lesson everybody in Cheatham County's in session. It's Monday, September 15th, 2025.
Let us pray. Lord, tonight we come with heavy hearts. Charlie Kirk was assassinated last week, and our prayers and thoughts go out to Erica and the precious babies as they lost their father and their husband. Lord, help our country that we heal. Help our country that when we have different opinions that we talk and discuss it, not to result in violence and hurting anyone. Lord, help our country as we just move forward, that folks will just love each other. Lord, help our meeting tonight that we make the right decisions for our county, and help us just to know that you're there for us each and every day. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Would you join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Here.
Here. Here.
Here. Here.
Here.
Here.
Yes, here.
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 12 present, 0 absent. We have a quorum. I need approval of the agenda with one change. On unfinished business, I'd like to place UT Extension has some recognition they'd like to do. Try to get that up front so we can have some people that's here that might want to leave. Any other changes for the agenda before we motion to approve? We have a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Lovell, second by Mr. Anderson. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Approval of minutes for regular session, August 18th, 2025. We have a motion.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Powers, second by Mr. Black. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Comments from elected officials? Not seeing any. UT Extension?
I say it over and over that I get to work with some of the best adults and kids in the county, and I have the best job because of that. I have 3 individuals tonight that deserve special recognition, and if they'll come on up, I'll tell you exactly what they did. So come on up, Mike and David and Amalia. These young people and Coach Mike worked extremely hard along with our community, and Amalia and David qualified to shoot at the National 4-H Shooting Sports Invitational that was held in Nebraska, in Grand Island, Nebraska in June. They worked super, super hard. They practiced along with Coach Mike and other coaches like Coach Brian Michon. And Mike was actually named the coach for the state of Tennessee for that shoot. Mike is a volunteer. He was named our volunteer of the year, not just for the state of Tennessee, but also for the southern region. And both Amalia and David have now graduated from our 4-H program. This was kind of like their last hurrah. And in fact, David drove in today from UT Martin to make it here to our meeting tonight. So I'm super proud of these kids and of Coach Mike. I'm appreciative of the time that they gave to the 4-H program, and I just felt like they deserve special recognition. So I've got a certificate for Mr. Mike Glasgow, David Wimsat, and then Miss Amalia Denson. So congratulations, thank you. And thank you to our community for supporting us.
I'll send it to you. Thank you.
Okay, under new business tonight, first order of business is going to be to elect the chairman and chairman pro temp. So we're going to let Ms. Abby take over.
Mr. Chairman, before we, unfinished business, I got something that I'd like to throw out here under unfinished business. I guess I was asleep. I've given some thought to this, on this impact fee that we've adopted. And I would like to see the highway department, Mr. Binkley in here, Bob Binkley. I'd like to see the highway department get a little bit more of that money. I'd like to see them go from 250 to 500. I've sat here for 3 terms and I've never seen the highway department ask for nothing. And to me, if we ain't got good roads, we ain't got nothing. You can build all the schools you want, but if you can't get to them, what good are they? And to me, roads are as an important thing in this county as we've got. And I just would like to spread the wealth. I'd like to put a little more on his table. Go from 250 to 500 out of the impact fee.
I second that.
No, you're not talking about raising it another 250. You're talking about taking the 250 out of what we're already collecting?
As long as he gets 500, yes.
Mr. Blythe?
You probably need to put that on the agenda for next month and have some discussion about it at the workshop.
Good.
It's, I guess it's also a budget amendment because we're moving money from one department to another. So you may need to look at the budget amendment process in tandem with that.
You think it needs to go through the budget committee and then the workshop?
I would think it would go through the budget committee. You're changing the revenues of 2 departments.
Okay. Is that good?
That suits me.
All right, we'll have it on the agenda next month. All right, anything else on unfinished business? All right, new business?
Okay, the floor is now open for nominations for the chairperson of the Cheatham County Legislative Body.
Nominate Tim Williams.
Second.
Do we have any other nominations? Hearing none, the nominations are now closed. With that being said, all in favor say aye for elected.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, motion approved by acclamation.
I need to elect pro temp. We have a motion to,
Motion to pick Walter Weekly.
Second.
motion to, for Mr. Walter Whitley. Have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Powers. Any other? Not hearing none. Close the nominations. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, Mr. Walter. Thank you. Thank you. Public hearing. Oh, did I miss something? Okay. Building Department?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Public notice, agenda for September 15, 2025, as advertised in newspaper of local distribution. The Cheatham County Commission will meet on September 15, 2025 at 6 p.m. in the General Sessions Courtroom in Ashland City, Tennessee. The following item will be heard. Amanda Bell requesting a zone change from agriculture to R1 for map 17, parcel 16.02. Property is located at 1985 Mosley Ferry Road in the 4th voting district and is not in a special flood hazard area. Franklin Wilkinson, Director, Cheatham County Building Department.
We have a motion on the floor. Motion to deny. We have a motion to deny by Mr.
Second.
Weekly, second by Mr. Powers.
Folks I've talked to around the area are not wanting to have it rezoned. That's why the motion is to deny.
Any other comments, or questions about this?
Wouldn't this also, we discussed it in the workshop, cause there to be 2 lots that were out of,
They said one would be in.
Non-conforming.
yeah, non-conforming.
Is that correct, Mr. Brooks?
It's non-conforming now.
So we'd have 2 non-conforming lots.
3.
It's possible with the width.
I understood we were gonna have one conforming lot
I
and
did.
one non-conforming.
I did too. That's the way I understood it, that you make one to be conforming and one to be non-conforming.
How many lots is there? One split?
So it's non-conforming as the depth to width ratio exceeds 4 to 1 right now. I think that's, other than the lot size doesn't meet the minimum lot size in the ag zone of 4 acres. So the intent was to rezone it to R1 and divide it into 2 lots.
2 or 3?
2.
So if you divide it into 2, would it still meet, would either one of them meet the 4 to 1?
It probably wouldn't exceed the 4 to 1 depth to width ratio. It remains to be seen if there's any other setback issues or lot widths. You know, that's a separate process. It may or may not pass that part of it if it was on.
Is there a house on it now?
There's a manufactured home there now.
Doesn't matter, but on one of those parts?
I just changed the slide and there's a delay in it, but I tried to go back to the aerial and you can see the.
Oh, yes.
Can you see it?
Hard to see, but there is about where he's pointing is the manufacturer.
How much total acreage is there?
Not quite 3, I believe. I can't, if you can read that, 3 acres, it says 3 acres, 3 deeded acres.
Now, is that, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you supposed to have 5 acres for manufactured home?
No, you can have a manufacturer's home in any residential zone. You're thinking about a mobile home, and it's limited to agriculture zoning, but not necessarily a 5-acre minimum.
Any other questions? Not hearing any. Roll call, please.
Walter Weekly?
Yes.
Diana Lovell?
Pass.
Eugene Evans?
Yes, sir.
James Hedgehoff?
Yes.
Mike Breedlove?
No.
David Anderson?
Yes.
Carlton Blackford?
Yes.
Randy Nunn?
Yes.
Tim Williamson?
Yes.
Chris Gilmore?
Yes.
BJ Hudson?
Yes.
Bill Powers?
Yes.
Diana Lovell?
Yes.
Anybody wish to change your vote? 11 yes, 1 no. Motion carries to deny the request. All right, anything else, Mr. Brooks?
That's all I have unless anybody has questions.
Mr. Chairman, Franklin, while we're on your section, I want to elaborate, but you sent out some information to all of us. I hope everybody looked at number 8. Look at number 8 very close. Study it and tell me what's fair about that.
I did, and I have a question about it. Where did that resolution come from?
So the developer came to the planning commission and requested it.
Thank you.
Does it, does any other parcel in Cheatham County, would it, could they do the same thing? Because the way I read it, it's the state park,
Wildlife management.
wildlife management. And I don't know of any other parcel.
I don't know that I know of any others.
Yeah. So,
Look it over close, please.
Anything else? All right, budget.
Item 1, budget amendments, county general, special patrols, jail, $7,053.48. County clerk's office, $32,065. County clerk's office, $1,048.89. County clerk's office, $1,500. Ambulance, emergency medical services, $1,200. Sheriff's Department, $5,000. Election Commission, $104,270.80. County buildings, $32,000. Budget vote, 5 yes, 0 no, 0 absent. Funding source, various.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion by Ms. Lovell, second by Mr. Anderson. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Donna Lovell,
Yes.
Eugene Evans,
Yes.
James Hilton,
Yes.
Mike Breedlove,
Yes.
David Anderson,
Yes.
Calvin Whitaker,
Yes.
Randy No,
Yes.
Tim Williamson,
Yes.
Chris Gilmore,
Yes.
BJ Hudson,
Yes.
Bill Howard,
Yes.
Walter Weaver.
Yes.
Anybody wish to change your vote? It's 12 yes, 0 no, motion carries.
Item 2, budget amendments, general purpose schools. Support services, career and technical education program, $148,386.43. Regular instruction program, $42,205. Regular instruction program, $342,444. Board of Education vote, 6 yes, 0 no, 0 absent. Budget vote, 3 yes, 2 no, 0 absent. Funding source, various.
Motion to approve.
All three. Motion by Mr. Gilmore.
Second.
Second by Mr. Hudspeth. Have any questions?
I have a
Comments?
comment. Sorry, did I cut someone off?
No.
I don't speak football, so I can't talk to the coaches. But I have a grandson who's in the high school band. He's in middle school, but he's in the high school marching band. So proud of him. They practiced last week every day after school until 5:30. Then they played the high school football game Friday night. Then Saturday, they were in Hendersonville from 8:30 in the morning until 9:30 that night. And they're going to do the same thing again this week. So they're definitely not getting paid enough for what they do.
I don't think that's the issue. I think everybody's in agreement with that. I think it's a matter of timing. We just approved the budget. And when do you say, okay, that's what a budget's for? I mean, you adopt and adapt a budget and you live by it. I don't think, I'm in 100% agreement with what you just said. It's just, there's ways to do things.
I do hope that in the future, being part of the budget, I did vote against it, but it's not that I don't support our athletics folks and all that. I do. But I wanted them to understand that, like I agreed with Mr. Williamson at the time, that we need to make sure when you're presenting a budget to us that it includes everything. And it should include everything so that 2 months down the road, we're not adding $300,000-$400,000. But I am in absolute support of our students and making sure our faculty, they get that. But I would like in the future that this not occur again, that they bring it to us in the budget and present it as a whole.
But I don't want to penalize the coaches and teachers because they didn't get the study finished.
I mean, we heard tonight, and I agree, that the coaches, I mean, their supplements was cut years ago, and we heard tonight, it's been 10 years since, I think, since they've done anything with their supplements, coaches and the arts teachers. But to come up, and it's not an emergency, I mean, it's not like an AC unit went out or something, no. But to come up and ask for another amendment to their budget this soon, they've had 10 years. I just said that, they've had 10 years to come up with something, and they waited till this budget was done to come back. I mean, to me, the people that's needing these raises and stuff shouldn't get upset with us. They should be upset with the school system for not getting it to their budget when it come time. I mean, I hate it, but I mean, we have a deadline, and you know, everyone's expected to meet that deadline.
Were we not told the other night that they would be back in 2 more months, 3 months?
For insurance?
Yeah, which I can understand that a little more so, but still, I mean, should have, you've got to plan accordingly. I mean, I'm just like everybody else. I'm all for these people. I know what they put in, the time they put in, but like Tim said there, I mean, shouldn't blame us.
So I believe tier 1 or one of those sections were already in the budget. They did put that in the budget. And after sitting down and going over it, I would just say the countless hours that they were putting in, figuring this out, realizing that they needed to put that extra in there as well for the others. You can't do for one if you're not doing for the all. They've been working on this since January. You know, they're asking it from the school fund balance. They're not asking it from anything from the county. So we need to support them.
Anyone else? All right, roll call, please.
Chris Gilmore. I declare conflict, but vote yes in good conscience.
BJ Hudson,
Yes.
Bill Powers,
No.
Walter Wheatley,
No.
Diana Lovell,
Yes.
Eugene Evans,
No.
James Hedgepath,
No.
Mike Breedlove,
Yes.
David Anderson,
Yes.
Carlton Blackford,
Yes.
Randy No,
No.
Tim Williamson,
No. Anybody wish to change your vote? All right, that's 6 yes, 6 no, motion fails. Next.
Chairman, that includes failure of those first 2 parts on that, they were taken together.
Well, we voted on it, yeah.
Could we make a motion on them separately since we've already voted?
That's up to y'all, but we just turned them all 3 down based on disapproval of the third part.
Mr. Bly, what's your opinion to do?
You could introduce a new motion just dealing with the other 2.
I'll make a motion we separate them.
You want to make a motion to vote on the first 2 items in this?
First 2 items, yes.
We have a second on that?
Second.
Second by Mr. Wheatley. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Randy No,
No.
Tim Williamson,
Yes.
Chris Gilmore,
Yes.
BJ Hudson,
Yes.
Bill Powers,
Yes.
Walter Wheatley,
Yes.
Diana Lovell,
Yes.
Eugene Evans,
Yes.
James Hedgepath,
Yes.
Mike Breedlove,
Yes.
David Anderson,
Yes.
Carlton Blackford.
Yes.
Anybody wish to change your vote? 11 yes, 1 no, motion carries.
Item 3 is a resolution for 30-year retiree insurance coverage. Mayor McCarver is going to discuss it.
Thank you, Mary Kay.
we did review this last week in the work session. Michael Blythe took our point and started to hammer out a resolution which was also sent out. He did call me while he was doing this, and there was one scenario that came up that we really didn't discuss in putting together the points. And one was, we talked about if someone were to leave and they take on another job and they're offered full-time, they're full-time and they have benefits offered as far as health insurance, that they would leave the county program. And so he brought up, what if when they leave, they already have insurance, either through a spouse or something. So he's got that in there as an alternate if we wanted to go that route. I want to put less, not more restrictions. I'm careful because this benefit gets to be a burden. We're asking them to let us know every year if you got insurance or if you got a job somewhere else. I mean, I'm okay with like we had it last week, but I did want to put that out there. You'll see alternative on what was sent out as an option to 2 if you wanted to go to that. But that would be up to y'all to decide what to hammer out. The rest of the points are in there we discussed last week.
And I'll clarify a little bit on number 2. So the 2 alternatives here are that to have the county pay for their health insurance. First alternative is they are not eligible for any other employer-provided health insurance. So whether they take it or not, if they're eligible for it, they wouldn't be eligible for the county paid program, and they would have to certify each year that they were not eligible. The second alternative is they're not covered by any other insurance. So they may take a job that offers insurance, but they don't take it. And even if they do that, they would still have to certify that they're not covered by anywhere else. So one of the scenarios I thought about, and it's most likely to come up for law enforcement because they have the opportunity to retire at an earlier age. So if they went and took a job in another jurisdiction or something for 2 years out of the 10 or something before they reach Medicare age, would that knock them out of this program, even if they didn't accept the insurance at the other employer? So it's kind of a question of whether you want to say you don't qualify if you're in any way eligible for other insurance, or you want to make it you don't qualify if unless you're actually covered by other insurance.
I make a motion to go with the eligible.
I think we need to make a motion to get him on the floor first, right?
So we have a motion on this level to take option 2.
No, option 1.
Option 1 would be if they're just eligible.
Option 1.
I have a motion on this level to take option 1. We have a second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Anderson. Discussion.
Let's clarify what you're saying, eligible. I want to make this clear before I say anything, because it's not going to affect me. There's no way I'll get the 30-year mark with the county, because I'm not going to be 80 years old and work here. I can promise you that. Because it's for all county the county employees who are starting here at 21 years old or 18 years old. But re-explain what you're saying with that option, so I make sure I'm very clear.
So with the first option, I guess the one we have on the floor now, is if somebody took a job and they were eligible for health insurance, that would make them ineligible for the county paid program, whether or not they accepted that insurance, just being eligible for it.
So that could still mean that if my wife works at the hospital and she has health insurance, I would still be eligible for health insurance. So that means the county would not pay the employee's health insurance. If your spouse had health insurance, that's the way I understand that. Is that correct?
Correct.
I rescind my motion. I make a motion we go with option 2.
Ms. Lovell makes a motion to go with option 2. Do we have a second? Second by Mr. Anderson. Discussion on this.
I thought that might make that a little clearer. I was making sure I was understanding that correctly.
Thank you.
You want to?
So option 2 is only if the employee actually takes
that.
the benefits that's offered them by another job or from a spouse.
Correct.
Okay.
Mr. Powell?
I think I discussed this with the mayor, I believe at the workshop, or maybe it was the last commission meeting. As a Town of Ashland City employee with 25 years I walked away with city-provided insurance. Okay, I retired from the military, so I also have insurance benefits through them as well. So I actually have two policies. My city insurance is the primary, and my military insurance is the secondary. But as I said before, the insurance provided by the city is an HSA, and the city does not contribute to that HSA account, for those of you that are familiar with that, how an HSA works. So essentially, my Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, provided through the town of Ashland City, is a discount at best. If I use a network provider and the bill's $400, I get a $100 discount, or whatever the provider discount is, and then the rest of that remains unpaid, goes to my secondary insurance.
So in Bill's instance, since he already has insurance with the military, would we be paying the insurance for the county?
Option 2 would be there for them, almost like he's talking about. It'd be like a second policy. That's the way I'm interpreting that. But Michael's a legal mind here.
I hadn't thought of coverage you might have through the military as a military retiree, and I don't think it would cover just eligibility for VA coverage. I don't know what you have.
No, this is not VA. That's separate. So in essence, I've got like 2.5 insurance policies. My secondary insurance is through Humana. That's a lot of you might be familiar with it. It's TRICARE. Now, when I turned 65, TRICARE goes from standard TRICARE to TRICARE for life. And when I turned 65, the Blue Cross Blue Shield provided by the town of Ashland City goes away.
So I think that was something that scenario would disqualify him from the county program, because that is in effect employer-provided health insurance.
Okay.
Can I say something? Sorry. All military insurance is secondary to the policy.
That's correct.
Say that again.
All government or military insurance, TRICARE for Life, CHANT VA, all those are secondary to any policy because it's a government program.
Like my daughter was still on my health insurance, but she was married and her husband's a soldier. My health insurance, after she aged out, was still the primary insurance. And y'all talking about messy. That's weird. And I would say we could just add a clause in, and just my opinion of this, we could add a clause in that if they were a guard or a service member or reserve member, that it's a secondary insurance, and it wouldn't. But I mean, we could make it where it was just a clause to say, because that'd be about the only instance where this could apply. And I didn't think about that last week when we discussed it.
But she's saying the military policy would be a second.
Right, it's secondary. That's
ours would come in and be the first.
Secondary to Medicare.
Yeah, it's secondary to everything. So we could put that in ours for that retirement for the 30-year piece. That if they did retire from the military, because they don't draw to their 55. No,
60.
60. That's right.
I've worked in insurance for 10 years in health insurance, and I've never heard of anyone with 3 medical policies.
Well, one of them, when I said I had 2.5, wasn't 3, but it's not 2 either. I can go into a VA clinic and be seen free of charge. I have to meet certain criteria for that, which I do, and I can, or I've got the option to go see my primary care physician, and that goes through Blue Cross Blue Shield through the city, and then what's not covered from that would be paid by the secondary insurance, which is TRICARE.
So it's got a primary and a secondary, so where are you going to get the third? Because it's normally an 80-20, it's 100%. So you can't pay over 100% in insurance.
No, they're definitely not sending me a check.
Chairman, I would prefer ours
to kick in and be there, and if it becomes the military secondary or whatever, that be the case, and leave with the one rule, if for whatever reason they drop it, they can't come back on.
That's right.
But it's there for them, as a benefit, rewarding them for sticking out with the county for 30 continuous years. And again, I don't want to get such ropes and hoops you got to jump through that it's no longer a benefit, it's more of a burden. That's what I'd like to see, because I think our employees deserve it every 30 years.
So do we need to put anything in there about the military, or just?
Well, if it's going to be offered, then whatever works around that works around it. It's not dependent upon military, especially if she's saying military becomes secondary anyway. We can't say, well, you don't get our policy because they would go secondary. It's still water it down. I want to make sure that should be a bonus that they got the military, not a burden because they got military or take away from a benefit we're offering. That's what I would like to see. Now, Michael needs to write it that way if y'all agree to that, but that's my intent, is that we started this, not to say how many rules can I put in here where somebody goes, well, I'm going to retire in 8 years, I'll just do without. I mean, you know, I don't want that. I want this to be a benefit, not a burden to these employees and other employees who's coming up getting close to that 30. I ran into a guy at the recovery event on Saturday down at City Park. He's one of the 9 who qualifies, and he was very excited about it. He said, I don't know if I'll do it, but it gives me options I didn't have before. And that's what the whole intent was, is to do, not to create a bunch of regulations and they got to report and self-report, and you know, I just want to make it a benefit. Let's do it.
Mr. Bly, will you write something? Is that what you're doing?
That's what I'm doing.
Good.
All right, so we have a motion and a second. Any other questions or comments about it? All right, roll call, please.
You want him to read what he's got?
Yeah,
Hang on. So they know what they're voting for.
Give me just a second.
Just point, I'm not sure what you'll be voting.
All right, so this is language that would go on the end of the part that's in brackets as the alternative. It was say, any coverage provided to retired service members shall not be considered employer-provided health insurance.
Could you put an if in there?
I'm sorry?
Could you put an if in there?
I don't understand where you want the
At the end. I'm kidding with you.
All right, anybody else have anything? You know what you're voting on? All right, roll call, please.
Donna Lovell,
Yes.
Eugene Evans,
Yes.
James Hedgepath,
Yes.
Mike Rulo,
Yes.
David Anderson,
Yes.
Calvin Blanford,
Yes.
Randy Moe,
Yes.
Tim Williamson,
Yes.
Chris Gilmore,
Yes.
DJ Hudson,
Yes.
Will Howard,
Yes.
Walter Victor.
Yes.
Anybody wish to change your vote? 12 yes, 0 no, motion carries.
Thank y'all so much for that. We're still in the budget. Mayor Kay, do you have anything else?
No, sir, that's all I have.
All right, y'all have your information for the budget in your packet. Next, Mr. Mayor.
All right, as we discussed last week, I've got 5 items to bring to your attention tonight for consideration. One will be vote for the mayor's signature on agreement between Smith, Seckman, Reed Incorporated and Cheatham County for building and codes. That's for the subdivision review. Item number 2, vote for the mayor's signature on maintenance agreement with Clark Power Gen. That's for our backup generators. Item number 3, vote for the mayor's signature on Securus Technologies amendment for the new jail. Next item is vote for the mayor's signature on a contract with GNRC for our regular monthly planning services with building and codes. And then the last item we brought to your attention last week was vote for confirmation of the mayor's appointment of Mike Russell to replace Bill Herbert Sr. on the E911 board. That term will be ending at the end of this year, December 31st, 2025. So we'll be back in December to either re-up Mike or possibly have another nominee at that time. That's what I have for you.
We have a motion to take item 1 through 5 as a whole.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Powers.
Second.
Second by Mr. Evans. Any questions?
So this term for Mike Russell is just through this year?
Through the end of the year,
And then-
so they have a complete year.
And then we'll be back at the table again.
We could reappoint or look for somebody new at the first year. Mike doesn't want to serve yet.
So is his term just for the next 3 months? I'm asking.
Well, this is to complete the term that Mr. Herbert had, since he
Just-
stepped down early.
Okay, and then it will be back on the table for.
Well, Mr. Herbert was automatically coming up at the first of the year for a new 4-year term. So that term, it's not his, but this is just filled in until then, and then we would have to either bring Mike back or someone else to start the 1st of January for a 4-year term.
So it will be back on the table?
Oh, it will be back one way or the other in
Okay.
January, because a new term would start, yes, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay, roll call, please.
Yes.
Walter Weekly?
Yes.
Diana Lovell?
Yes.
Eugene Evans?
Yes.
James Hedgehoff?
Yes.
Mike Brewlove?
Yes.
David Anderson?
Yes.
Tim Walker?
Yes.
Randy Moe?
Yes.
Tim Williamson?
Yes.
Chris Gilmore?
Yes.
BJ Hudson?
Yes.
Anybody wish to change your vote? 12 yes, 0 no, motion carries.
One other quick item, just to give you a heads up for next month. I've started to talk with Michael Bly about, you recall back when we had redistricting, we could not go to 7 districts because of the school board was set automatically no more than 6, is to go ahead and let's get that approved, get it through a private act with this next legislature to set up for 2032 that they could go to 7. So it would give us the option of going to 7 districts, which if we were to do that, would give us 7 school board members and 14 commissioners after redistricting and after next census. But that would be the start. But the reason we're doing it, you say, well, that's a long way off. Number 2, it was a long way off last time, and nobody picked up the towel. We were too late into it to realize. You may recall, they said we could go 7 districts in the commission, but we'd have to stay with 6 in the school board, and that would have been a accounting nightmare for election office, as well as so confusing to folks. So with this, it would give us the option to go up to 7. We'll be bringing that back next work session next month.
If they approve that, it'd be 2032.
2032 is when it would actually kick in, after the next census. We're not doing an early redistricting. We're following the regular 10-year trend with census data. And so that would be the next time we would have to do it. But we'd have the option in the arsenal at that time to go to 7 districts.
Any questions? All right, Mr. Bly.
You have in the packet a resolution and a purchase agreement. This is to approve the agreement so that the county can purchase from the school board the EMS site in Kingston Springs that it currently leases. Again, this is a purchase, but it's for a nominal amount, $10. And so the resolution approves the agreement and authorizes the county mayor to sign whatever documents he might need to complete the transaction.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Lovell,
Second.
second by Mr. Powers. Anybody have any questions about this? Roll call, please.
Diana Lovell?
Yes.
Eugene Evans?
Yes.
James Hedgehoff?
Yes.
Mike Brewlove?
Yes.
David Anderson?
Yes.
Charles Blackman?
Yes.
Randy Moe?
Yes.
Tim Williamson?
Yes.
Chris Gilmore?
Yes.
BJ Hudson?
Yes.
Bill Powers?
Yes.
Walter Weekly?
Yes.
Anybody wish to change your vote? 12 yes, 0 no, motion carries.
That's all I have, unless anybody has any questions.
All right. Ms. Perry, have anything?
Tax bills will be mailed out this Thursday. Ready?
Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot.
I said, you ready?
Road Superintendent, have you anything
I'll
for us?
let everybody know that state aid paving projects on Low Park Pike at Sycamore School and also Ed Harris all the way through Cheatham Middle School will begin October the 6th for Ed Harris, and then the week of the 13th, which will be fall break, I do hope. We'll leave a little stress getting that done, and school getting let out that week. So we hope to accomplish those in 2 weeks, get those 2 roads paved.
How far are you going on Old Clarksville to Montgomery County?
No, we're going from 49 Highway to Walker Cemetery Road.
Because I seen Montgomery County's going from 12 to,
And then, of course, Ed Harris is complete road.
I got a question. When you doing Ed Harris Road and doing your striping, can you stripe Walkersville Road around through there?
All the way to 12, you mean?
No, well, just right there, so
At that
people won't
intersection?
get confused.
Yeah.
It's still, people are still stopping and, but if you take and do the striping right down through there.
Yeah, I can do that one. Probably may have to do it as a separate deal, because state aid's already figured.
Okay.
But, yeah, we can do
Yeah, if you do 50 feet, that would help with that congestion there.
we also have, we need to vote, we need a motion to surplus the items that he added in the workshop
Motion to,
last month. Motion by Mr. Weekly,
Second.
second by Mr. Powers. Any questions? Okay. Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Add it to the list. Mr. Sheriff? Nothing? Everybody valuable? School board.
I'm here for Miss Brown. While we're disappointed that the request for fund balance for extracurricular supplements increases were not approved today, we want to emphasize the disparity in this compensation remains a challenge for our district. Our dedicated coaches and fine arts directors continue to provide invaluable services for students, and they will even though it's not passed. They often go above and beyond despite compensation. We will remain committed to finding a solution to support this vital program and staff who lead them in the future. Our extracurricular programs are essential to student development, providing opportunities for growth, leadership, community engagement, and to complement classroom learning. We will continue to advocate for them and move forward with this. We provided you with an update in your packet and gave you a copy as well tonight. We hope that you enjoy seeing the wonderful things that are going on in the district. We will continue to help keep you updated each month. We hope that you can attend the Hall of Fame inductee program that will be October the 23rd at 6 p.m. at the Norman Brashears multi-purpose room at Cheatham Middle to welcome our Cheatham County Hall of Fame educators, the class of 2025. Thank you.
Any questions? Thank you. UT?
Nothing really new since last week. However, we did get a vehicle from the Sheriff's Department. We got it tagged thanks to Abby today, and checked in with Shelley about insurance. Everything's all taken care of, so we're very appreciative and thank you.
Did you get the Mercedes? Which one did you get?
No, the Mercedes just wouldn't work for us. We took a Tahoe.
Anybody have any questions? All right. Veteran service?
We provided with the packet with how busy we are, but I wanted to let you guys know that we're closed from the 29th to the 2nd for annual pay training.
Anybody have any questions? All right, ECD?
I put on in front of you, an R5. This is what we received last month from the state of Tennessee. These come in almost every week. I'm just letting you all know these are projects that we get sent that they're not, able to even look at because we don't have the property. It just makes our job a little challenging in that area. You want to just take a look. Even just spec buildings that are, 100,000 square feet is something hard for us to find here in Cheatham County.
sheet?
Yes, ma'am.
Couldn't figure out what it was.
So,
I was like,
reference for information.
what are all these project names? Is this a Boy Scout?
Those are just.
I figured it out.
Yeah, private projects that they don't want anybody to know what they are until they're ready to announce it into wherever they're going to find space. So these are just, that's just from last month alone, and we get them like that every single month.
Is any of those projects feasible for us that can work?
On that sheet, though.
Did this come from PCD?
It did.
You put this on out tonight? This
It
flyer?
came from Belgian Reserve. They put it
But
in
I'm
the
saying,
announcements.
you put it up, you distributed it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody have any questions? Chamber of Commerce?
I came to you all, I apologize I wasn't here to report the July activities, but I did review July and August today. Our development of our entrepreneurship program, we're working with Austin Peay Small Business Development Center along with SBA. That is a 10-month program that's going to be started up this next month. Actually, it was scheduled for August, but we did have some things to hold it up and getting things lined up and place the speakers dates. As you go down July, you'll see several things that happened, several ribbon cuttings and 15 new members added to our membership. We then added in August 11 new members, so we're on course to reach 500 by the end of the year. We did hand out teacher grants in August and have those going on. We should have a decision made on those October 1st. That is funded by AFSMIN. We also have a strategic plan being developed by the Chamber as well as our Chamber Foundation logo and review of the mission statement, getting it reactivated. It's kind of sat dormant for a few months and we want to get that back going again. We were able to share with some of our stakeholders some wonderful times, also along with the school board. You saw we had a possibilities lunch, steak lunch for our stakeholders, A.O. Smith, and again, several ribbon cuttings in August. As you go down through there, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to call me, email me. I'll be glad to answer anything. Tomorrow I'll be continuing the Keep Tennessee Beautiful. There's a grant opportunity there for us to help keep Cheatham County clean. We'll be applying for that, and from all looks of it, it appears that we'll be able to get that funding. Our golf tournament is next week. We have a record high this year of 41 teams. Never before, I don't think, has this occurred. We had two tea times because it is so crowded, but what a wonderful day to bring unity into the community and everybody being seen on the green. We'll wrap it up at Jones Farm just down the street. So again, trying to incorporate all of our members and supporting them, showing them, growing them, and letting them know about them. Other than that, I think that it's pretty self-explanatory what is on these papers, but again, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me or call me. I'll be glad to expand on anything listed on these.
Any questions? Well, what's your new address?
And we are at the Braxton. We moved the 29th of August, and we are at Moriato Way, a very beautiful, beautiful space. I hope everyone saw the article in the newspaper. We were very grateful for the Braxton condominiums for their support and their accommodations. They've gone over and aboard everything in every aspect of the way. So we made it very easy. We did not have to shut down. We did not lose any productivity. We were moved by several of our business members and made this very simple as well as financially affordable.
When's the restaurant over there going to be open?
They're working on that now, and we're very, very excited to have one else, the bakery, the fish and chips, and the barbecue place coming in there. So looking forward to that.
All right. Moving on. Pier board. You didn't meet.
We did meet.
Oh, you did?
We did. We approved a permit for the Beehive Bar at 207 Honey Trail in Chapmansboro. I think it's a wedding venue or event venue.
Any questions? Emergency services? Capital improvements?
No, sir.
County rules?
Counting rules. So Diana gave me the thing for the, to recognize folks and different departments and all who was involved against the fight against TVA and the methane plant. So she'd like to have those folks honored on the same date as John Rich is. And last I heard is maybe November, December?
December. It's
Okay,
confirmed
December. So, but anyway, I'd just like to get this approved. What she wrote in here was, in recognition of every organization, group, and landowner and citizens who fought TVA in Cheatham County with phone calls, signs, petitions, parades, banners, attending meetings, here are home and traveling to TVA meetings, for working with attorneys and news reporters, for spending countless hours, their own money to preserve Cheatham County's rural land. So I just want to put that in form of a motion to approve that, and that it'll be on the same as John Rich.
Second.
I have a motion by Mr. Anderson.
Motion.
Second by Mr. Breedlove. All in favor of this, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
That's it.
All right. Road and Bridge?
Did not meet, but we will have a meeting October 2nd at 4 p.m. at the county road department.
Mr. Gilmore, can you give us an update on the flock cameras? I've been seeing them on news, other places got them up, and I see Springfield's got them up on the state highway.
So we sent a letter to Senator Blackburn's office last week and are waiting a response from her. They're still telling us that everything is in federal highways' hands. And the federal highways positions that were in Tennessee, there was 4 positions. The only thing that we can think of with federal highways, this is coming from Flock and from TDOT. The only highway that we know of that would be considered a federal highway would be Highway 70. That's the only other place. I mean, we're not asking to put them on the interstate. But fortunately for us, is we pay no bill until the last camera's in the ground, and I'm very glad that we made that deal with them. So we're waiting on somebody at a much higher level than TDOT. I just sent an email to them again last week. Dixon County and Dixon City just approved 12 or 13 cameras apiece, so I'm anxious to see if they get any movement faster than us.
All right. Any other new business? Motion to approve consent calendar.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Weebly.
Second.
Second by Mr. Anderson. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Any announcements?
Got fish fry coming up October 4th over in front of the old jailhouse.
Music on Main.
Music on me.
Music on Main.
Music on Main.
Music on Main.
But the week before, on September 27th, we have the Creekers Ball. We'd love you all to come out, hang out with us.
Where's that at?
Pond Creek Road.
Never heard of it.
What's the date?
September 27th.
Any other announcements? Any other announcements? Motion adjourned.
Motion.
Second.